I'm telling you guys, you got to try to stay on the upward spiral, and I'll tell you why in a minute. I'm telling you guys, when you're on the right path in life, like when you're showing up to work every day on time, when you're on your no fap streak, when you're eating the right foods, there's like a momentum to it where it just kind of carries itself forward. You feel more energetic because you ate right, so you want to go to work. You feel proud of yourself because you went to work, so you want to ask that girl for her number. Versus like the opposite end of the spectrum. You watch porn one day, and now you feel depleted from breaking your no fap streak, and now you don't want to show up to work, and now you get fired from your job, and now you feel ashamed of that, so now you're more likely to eat the junk food. You're more likely to not hit on the girl because you're ashamed from getting fired from your job because you didn't show up that day because you were tired, because you relapsed on your no fap streak. Versus like when you're doing the right thing, you just got that girl's number. Now you feel motivated to eat healthier because you might see her later that night and you want to be prepared for the bedroom. So now you're juicing fruits and vegetables. Now you're cooking your own soups at home. So that's the thing, is like when you're doing the right thing, it creates a momentum. And when you're doing a negative thing, it can create a momentum as well if you let it get out of control. And that was me recently. I relapsed, and then it created all these other issues. And I think what I've learned over time is that you just have to try to do the right thing. And when you do the wrong thing, try not to let it get out of control. Because a lot of times when people do the wrong thing, instead of just getting back up, they binge. You don't relapse once and now you feel guilty, so you do it again. You eat the wrong food once, now you feel guilty, so you get more junk food. And you want to try to break that cycle as soon as possible. Obviously, with positive momentum, you want to let it carry you upwards. But when it comes to negative momentum, you want to try to just cut it as soon as you can. If you can keep it to just one instance, it's better, because you don't, how does the saying go? You don't want to throw the baby out with the bathwater. If you do a negative thing, you want to try to keep it to just that one incident if possible. And try not to feel too guilty about it. Try not to reminisce in it, because the event itself, as long as it's just a one-off thing, it's not going to affect you that much. But if you give it too much energy and you feel all this guilty about it, and now you don't want to get the girl's number because you relapsed that day, now you might be more likely to relapse because you're isolating yourself because you feel ashamed of the relapse. Versus if you just relapse and let it go, and then you go out that night, get a girl's number, maybe even get laid and get a girlfriend that night, now you're less likely to relapse because you have a girlfriend and you didn't let the relapse earlier that day keep you from going out, if that makes sense. So that's what I'm saying, is don't let one little mistake keep you from pursuing your goals, because if you can just get right back on your goals, then you can create positive momentum again and end the cycle, you know? So it's better to just not do anything at all negative, because every time I do it, I swear I feel the consequences. But if you do something negative, like you eat the wrong food or you relapse or whatever, it's better to just get back on the horse than to beat yourself up and stay stuck in that negativity, because maybe that's how a lot of us were raised. You did one thing wrong and your parents would beat you for it, or something horrible may have happened to you as a kid, so you learn to be really hard on yourself. At least I think that's what it was for me. But over time, I'm learning that's not good either. It's not good to be too hard on yourself. So it's not good to be too hard on yourself. I just got an email that I got to take care of. But yeah, positive momentum. when you have positive momentum going, it's easier to stay positive. So try to get the positive momentum going. And if you do something negative, try to cut it off as soon as possible, because it's better to have a one-off instance than to keep repeating the negativity, if that makes sense. So don't beat yourself too much over failures. If you have a failure, just get back up, because it's okay to make mistakes. So don't beat yourself up too much over failures. And remember that the more positive you do, the more momentum it creates, the easier it is to stay in that momentum. I hope this helps. Thanks for tuning in. I love you guys. And until next one, I'm out. Love and peace. I would keep this video going, but I got to reply to this email.